Okay, Mr. Bergman, feel free to start the meeting.
Yes, good morning. This is Wayne. Mr. Small, as the vice chair, would you like to call the meeting to order?
I show everyone is muted right now.
Okay. Good morning. This is Michael Small. Welcome to the April 29, 2020 meeting of the Architectural Review Commission of the Town of Palm Beach.
Thank you, Mr. Small. This is Wayne. I'd like to put on the record that this meeting is being held electronically due to CDC guidelines and in accordance with State Executive Order 20-69. Just some real brief housekeeping items before we start the meeting. The purpose of today's meeting will be to elect the chairman and vice chairman of the ARCOM board, and then move through the agenda and defer all of the items. All participants will be unmuted, but you should self-mute if possible until it is time for a roll call or for a vote. When anyone speaks, please first announce themselves by name. And once we get to item 3 on the agenda, as long as the chairman is in agreement, we had very good success last week with the landmarks meeting on the vote. If the votes could be done all in favor and any opposed, and if anyone is opposed, we could then do a roll call vote. All in favor or opposed on each item as we go through the agenda, as long as the chairman is in agreement.
I'm in agreement.
And with that, I'd like to move on to agenda item 2. Kelly, if you would call the roll.
Sure. Good morning, everyone. Mr. Small,
Here.
Mr. Garrison,
Here.
Mr. Ives,
Here.
Ms. Grace,
Here.
Mr. Corey,
Here.
Ms. Shiverick. I don't see her, so I don't think she's here. Mr. Salmons,
Here.
Ms. Catlin,
Here.
Mr. Florsheimer,
Sorry,
Mr.
here.
Flor-
I was
Okay.
on mute.
and Mr. Cooney.
Here.
Thank you, Kelly. This is Wayne. The ballots for the position of chairman were submitted electronically and tallied by Kelly, the ARCOM clerk. Michael Small has been elected as the ARCOM chair.
Thank you very much. I appreciate and am grateful for the confidence that my fellow commissioners have placed in me, allowing me the honor of serving them as the chair for the next year. Can we now announce the vice chair, please?
The position of vice chair were also submitted electronically and tallied by Kelly, the ARCOM clerk. Bob Garrison has been elected as the ARCOM vice chair.
Very good.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
So without objection, we will move forward then, and we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance. I thought we were going to be videoed, so I even had a flag behind me, but we'll go ahead without it. If you'll join with me, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States
of America
and to the republic
and to the republic
Which
and
one
nation
under
under
God,
God,
indivisible,
indivisible,
with
with liberty and justice for all.
Now, we're going to do motions from here on in, and as Wayne indicated, if you'll simply give your name if you make the motion or the second. So the first motion required will be a motion to approve the minutes from the February 26, 2020 meeting.
Bob Garrison, make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second?
Katie Catlin, second.
Thank you. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Motion passes. The next motion that is required is a motion to approve the minutes from the March 25, 2020 meeting.
Bob Garrison, I make a motion to approve the minutes of the last meeting.
Second?
KT Catlin, second.
Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Thank you. Now, we will require a motion to approve today's agenda.
Bob Garrison, I make a motion that we approve today's agenda as submitted.
We need a second.
KT Catlin, second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. There will not be any persons testifying or speaking, as I understand, other than commission members and staff. So is there anyone that we need to give the oath to?
I do not believe so.
Okay, thank you. All right. The next item is communications from citizens. And I believe, Mr. Bergman, you're announcing that there will not be any public comments at this time.
That is correct. Thank you.
Okay, and without objection, I'd like to move the Architectural Commission member comments to the end of the meeting. There is a spot for that. So we'll move on now with project review. And I will simply state the motion, so it will only be necessary to say so moved or make the motion. So the first one is request a motion to defer application B as in boy 012-2020 60 Blossom Way to the May 27, 2020 meeting.
Maisie Grace, motion.
Alex
Okay.
Ives, second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed, like sign? No opposed. Okay, we'll move on to the next one. Request a motion to defer application B as in boy 016-2020 280 Pueblo Way to the May 27, 2020 meeting. Need a
Alex
motion.
Ives, so moved.
Maisie Grace, second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Passes. The next one is request a motion to defer application B as in boy 018-2020
Yes, you have. Unfortunately, I'm in the middle of a
I'll make a motion
conference
to
call.
defer.
Who's calling?
Okay,
Second.
someone who's speaking to a third party is coming through. Okay, so it's a 0B
Either later this afternoon or tomorrow morning would be great.
North Ocean Boulevard to the May 27, 2020 meeting. We need a motion.
I'll make a motion, Maisie Grace.
Is there a second?
Second, Bob Garrison.
Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Passes. The next one. Request a motion to defer application of B 019-2020 165 Seaspray Avenue to the May 27, 2020 meeting.
Maisie Grace, I'll make a motion.
KT, second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? I don't show Betsy Shiverick as attending at this point. So Ms. Catlin continues to vote in her place. Is that correct, Kelly and Wayne?
That's correct. I did get an email from Ms. Shiverick. She is listening. She can't unmute. So, and I did send that message to Charles. So she might
Okay.
be with us at some point, but right now that is fine for Ms.
So for the record, then Ms. Catlin has voted in the place of Ms. Shiverick. Thank you. The next one. Request a motion to defer application B as in boy 069 2019 927 South Ocean Boulevard to the May 27, 2020 meeting.
So moved, KT.
Second, Bob Garrison.
Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion passes. The next one. Request a motion to defer application B as in boy 024 2019 125 Worth Avenue to the May 27, 2020 meeting.
Alex
So
Ives,
moved.
so moved.
Second, KT.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes. Next one. Request a motion to defer application B as in boy 009 2020 1360 North Ocean Boulevard to the May 27, 2020 meeting.
Maisie
So
Grace.
moved,
moved.
Is there a second?
KT, second.
Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Are
Aye.
there any opposed? Motion passes. The next one is a motion to defer application B as in boy 010 2020 1 Wells Circle to the May 27, 2020 meeting.
KT, so moved.
Is there a second?
Second, Bob Garrison.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any
Aye.
opposed? There being none, motion passes. The next request a motion to defer application B as in boy 011 2020 located at 217 Sandpopper Drive to the May 27, 2020 meeting.
Maisie Grace, so moved.
KT, second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Motion passes. The next, request a motion to defer application B as in boy 013 2020 located at 1620 South Ocean Boulevard to the May 27, 2020 meeting.
So moved, KT.
Second, Bob Garrison.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion passes. The next is a request to defer application B as in boy 014 2020 located at 145 Kings Road to the May 27, 2020 meeting.
So moved, KT.
Second, Bob Garrison.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Motion passes. Next, request a motion to defer application B as in boy 015 2020 247 Worth Avenue to the May 27, 2020 meeting.
So moved, KT.
Alex Ives, second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Are there any opposed? Motion passes. Next request. Motion to defer application B as in boy 017 2020 located at 260 Plantation Road to the May 27, 2020 meeting.
So moved, KT.
there a
Second,
second?
Bob Garrison.
Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion passes. Next, request a motion to defer application B as in boy 021 2020 located at 228 Nightingale Trail to the May 27, 2020 meeting.
So moved, KT.
Second, Alex Ives.
Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? There being none, motion passes. The next, request a motion to defer application B as in boy 022-2020, located at 202 Osceola Way, to the May 27, 2020 meeting.
Maisie Gray, so moved.
Second,
KT
Bob
second.
Garrison.
Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Motion passes. Next, request a motion to defer application B as in boy 023-2020, 150 Worth Avenue, Suite
So
I've
moved.
so moved.
to the May
KT second.
27 meeting. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? Next, request a motion to defer application B as in boy 024-2020, located at 245 Peruvian Avenue, to the May 27, 2020 meeting.
So moved, KT.
Second, Ives.
Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there
Aye.
any opposed? Motion passes. Next, request a motion to defer application B as in boy 025-2020, located at 288 Sandpiper Drive, to the May 27, 2020 meeting.
So moved, Garrison.
Second, KT.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Are there any opposed? Thank you. Motion passes. The next request, a motion to defer application B as in boy 026-2020, 1334 North Lake Way, to the May 27, 2020 meeting.
So moved, KT.
Second, Garrison.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Next item. Request a motion to defer application B as in boy 027-2020, located at 335 Seabreeze Avenue, to the May 27, 2020 meeting.
Alex Ives so moved.
Second, and Maisie Gray.
Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? There being none, motion passes. The next request, motion to defer application B as in boy 028-2020, located at 110 Clarendon Avenue, to the May 27, 2020 meeting.
So moved, KT.
Second, Garrison.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Are there any opposed? Motion passes. Next, request a motion to defer application A004-2020, located at 3450 South Ocean Boulevard, to the May 27, 2020 meeting.
Alex Ives so moved.
KT
Second,
second.
Garrison. Okay.
KT seconded, okay. Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Motion passes. Last but not least, request a motion to defer application A006-2020, located at 560 Island Drive, to the May 27, 2020 meeting.
Alex Ives so moved.
Second, Garrison.
Second, Sammons.
Thank you. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? There being none, motion passes. Thank you so much. We now move to agenda item 11, additional communications from citizens. Mr. Bergman will speak.
Yes, this is Wayne. We will not hear any public comments at this time.
We move now to item 12. Mr. Bergman, do you have any other issues at this time?
No other issues. Thank you.
Now call upon commissioners, and if you would, please state your name. And what I would like to do is just go ahead and start, and then we'll move from there if anyone has any comments.
Dan
Bob.
Florsheimer calling. Hi.
Okay. Mr. Florsheimer, you have the floor.
Thank you, Chairman Small. Appreciate it, and congratulations on your position as chair.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask Mr. Bergman and the commissioners in general. It appears that we will have a significant backlog of projects to get through in the May meeting. Hopefully, we will be present in the chambers to deal with this. Two-part question. One, given the volume of projects, is it possible to get the mini sets early so that the commissioners have time to review the projects and visit the sites? And second part of that question is, do we expect to clear the backlog at the May meeting, or will we have either a time limit or a limited number of projects?
I'll ask Mr. Bergman to speak to that.
Yes, this is Wayne. One thing the town council gave staff some direction on at their last meeting was once the chairman was selected for Landmarks and for ARCOM, that staff would meet with the chair and review all the pending applications to see if by chance there are some items that could be considered at an administrative level, or portions of projects that could be considered at an administrative level to allow not only the backlog to be reduced, but also allow some of the work to start now rather than waiting until the 27th of May. So that's the first part of the response. The second part of the response is, yes, we will have a very large agenda for May 27th. We've deferred all of the items from the March and now April meeting, plus we'll have new applications coming in. So it's very possible as we get closer to that May 27th meeting, one, we will do our best to get you the mini sets as early as possible, and I'll work with Kelly to make sure that happens. And two, we may actually need 2 days to hold the meeting. Landmarks meeting moved from their date to May 28th. So perhaps, as we go forward, we could look at some other dates that week or the following week if we need to have a second day of meeting.
Okay, if you'll keep us advised then, who's next?
Thank you. I have one more question, Chairman Small, if you'll allow. As I have been walking and biking around the island, I see a lot of properties that we have given approvals for. Who keeps track of the time when we approve a project to when construction starts? I know I see on the agenda a number of requests for time extensions, but is there somebody on staff who keeps track of time when projects are supposed to begin and if they actually do begin on time?
Mr. Bergman?
This is Wayne. The staff in planning, zoning, and building keeps track of that. There is a newer state law, Statute 252, which will allow property owners to request or to basically notify the town that there will be some time extensions once an executive order is issued for this county. An automatic, as long as the owner takes advantage of it, there's an automatic 6-month extension plus the length of the executive order duration. So a lot of projects that might be coming up on the 1-year duration, as long as the owners follow the proper steps laid out in the Florida statute, they will be able to claim those time extensions. So it becomes a very difficult act to manage, but we will do our best to keep track of all of the durations of approval, all of the expiration dates, and then all of the time extensions as they come up.
Thank you, Mr. Bergman.
Thank you, Mr. Bergman.
Who wishes to speak next on the commission?
Bob
This
Garrison.
is KT. Oh, go ahead, Bob.
Yeah, congratulations, Michael.
Congratulations to you. I look forward to working with you.
Well, we're sitting next to each other for so many years, but remember, we can't speak to each other and say good morning. So we have to make sure we don't do that.
Are you going to be on my left side or my right side?
That's entirely up to you, sir.
Well, you've been giving me an elbow on my left side now for a long time. Good.
Well, my question is, can we, since the length of the agenda, and I'm pretty sure it will go 2 days, can
Yes.
we announce at the beginning of the meeting that we'll not hear a new application after, I'm picking a time of 6 o'clock, so that everybody is aware of what we're about to do? Because I don't think if we go past 6 o'clock, I'm saying start a new application after 6 o'clock. And that maybe is arbitrary, but I know that we've had other times when we've been there till 7. There's no way we're going to finish this application in 1 day, but I think it would be only fair to people who are at the end to know that they probably won't be heard the first day. Is that something that we should consider?
Excellent suggestion, and I think we should put that in the form of a motion without objection.
Yeah, I'll be happy to make a motion that states that we do not take a new application, start a hearing of a new application after 6 p.m. on our meeting date in May.
Is there a second?
I have a question.
Okay, but first of all, I need to know if there's a second to the motion.
Second, KT.
Okay, so is there discussion on the motion now?
Yes, I have discussion on the motion.
Go ahead, Ms. Grace.
I'm wondering, can we break it up so that we could let people know ahead of time who might be on day 2, so that everybody doesn't have to have all of their people there? Maybe as it gets closer, we would be able to make an announcement so that people wouldn't have to sit through the meeting for a 2-day meeting.
I think that's a great idea.
However, the problem is we won't know for certain, but I think on our agenda, my suggestion would be to reference that no new application will be heard after 6 o'clock. So there will be people that will be noticed to that, obviously, and they'll be aware of it.
No, I was thinking that maybe we could just arbitrarily, maybe we'd end up leaving at 3 o'clock the first day if it turns out we got to a certain point, just to give more definition to the meeting for all the attendees.
How do y'all feel about that?
So Maisie, if I hear you right, what you're saying is basically decide ahead of time that we're going to split it into 2 days and what's going to be on day 1 and what's going to be on day 2.
Right, I was thinking the staff could look at it and go over it with the chair and maybe make an announcement ahead of time so that so many people, if we already know if we already know it's going to be a 2-day meeting. I mean, if we don't know, that's one thing, but if we know, we could break it up that way so that there'd be clarity.
Michael, this is Bob. We have 2 very contentious items on the agenda that both of them that require huge consideration for all the zoning variances. I think it's 977 Salvation and 125 Worth. Both of them, I'm sure, will take a long time. And that was the reason for my motion to make it at 6 o'clock. But I agree with Macy. Maybe the 2 you meet with the staff and come up with an agenda that says, okay, this is what we're going to do on day 1, and this is what we're going to do on day 2. And
well, if you'll allow us to do that, because what we'll do is we'll try to project as best as possible, particularly with the applications that we've already seen and heard, how much time is estimated. And of course, in all fairness, it's just an estimate. So we will try to do that.
I'm okay with that. I think that's a great idea.
All right. So the motion's on the floor. It's been seconded. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 Okay. Are there any opposed for the record? Motion passes. Okay. Do we have any other comments from the commissioners at this time?
It's KT. I just have a quick question. On Fairview Road, Kelly, I had sent you that the one in the middle of the block, and I apologize, I forget what the number is, that the landscape package that was installed is not even close to what we approved. And then I also got a call from someone stating that the grass in the rear of, I think it's 255, it's the one directly across from me, and I have not gone over to check. They said that they installed artificial turf in the rear yard, and I'm sure we did not approve that. So is there some way of getting those two items checked?
So this is Kelly. On the Fairview Road, I did turn that over to code enforcement. They were not working during the first several weeks of this pandemic, but they did return to work, and I did remind them that a complaint was made at that residence, and I did send them the approved package, so someone should be investigating that.
Okay, and what about and like I said, I did not walk over there, so I can't tell you for sure that it's accurate, but I think it's 255. It's the new house. It's all the way at the west end of the street on the south side. Somebody called me to let me know that there was artificial turf in the backyard. It's what happens when you live on the street.
Kelly, did you hear that?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good. Can you get back to Ms. Catlin on that?
Yes,
Thank you.
I will definitely. I'll put that into code as well.
Good. Any other commission comments at this time prior to adjournment?
Maisie,
Small-
great.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Maisie.
Congratulations to the chair and to the vice chair. I just wanted to talk about the COVID-19 situation. I was wondering if somebody from the town could let us know how social distancing will be implemented during the next meeting.
This is Wayne. We'll work out all those details and get all that information to the commissioners prior to the next meeting.
Yeah.
Okay, some of the, because I'm concerned about making sure that we have implementation of the distance between the commission members, and also some control of the number of people in the room at any time, because I understand the windows don't open. I know that the courts in West Palm are only allowing like the individual proponents of a case to appear at one time. And then the other interest I have is in obtaining if the town could provide a N95 mask for commission members. And then I'm just curious about whether there'll be public comment at that meeting and how many people would be in the room at one time.
We'll have all those details worked out prior to the next meeting.
Thank you, Wayne.
Okay, thank you.
Do we have any other comments from the commission at this time?
Mr. Small, Dan Florsheimer.
Yes,
Given the number of projects to be heard and the timing and the potential for a two-day meeting, does it make sense to adjust the agenda and listen to the minor projects first to get them done so that those projects can get started, and then do the major projects afterwards, assuming that those minor projects aren't already given to staff to approve at the staff level?
Right. I was just going to, I'm glad you mentioned that there is a possibility, as Mr. Bergman alluded, that some of those can be taken care of administratively. So that's a good suggestion, and we will definitely take that up with Mr. Bergman and staff. Any other comments from the commission? Okay. I thank you all for your attention. Stay safe, stay well, and hopefully, if all goes well, we will see each other by the May meeting. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn at this time.
Thanks, Kelly. Thanks, Charles, Wayne, everyone. I's making a motion to adjourn.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second,
All
Carrie.
those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed to adjournment? There being none, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you all.
Take care.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.